Hi guys, welcome to At Home with the Homers. I'm Kelly and today we are going to be doing a massive deep clean for my house because it is the Halloween party weekend coming up. My dad, or Grandad Goose as the kids call him, is coming to stay and I've got to get this house in order before I do anything else. So if you're feeling productive, get up, get ready and start doing some cleaning with me. So we're going to make a start in my bedroom. I kind of have this rule where you start from one end of one room in the house and then work your way through, and that's kind of just how I keep my slightly manic mindset together when I'm a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm always just like, okay, start with my bedroom, the master bedroom, and then that kind of becomes the dumping ground for everything else in the house that needs moving while it's being cleaned. But at least then I know when I put everything back, this is a safe space to keep things, and then my bedroom will go back to being nice again because it's all clean underneath all the clutter. If you've been to my channel before, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome for the first time. It's lovely to have you. If you like what you're seeing, it would be wonderful if you'd think about subscribing. We do content about cleaning, decorating and general family life, and coming up in the next few weeks we're going to have the start of Christmas season. So Christmas haul, Christmas decor, Christmas party, all that good seasonal jazz. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, we would love to have you on board. God, I love the way the bed looks when it's freshly made. And in the room, I'm using this spray. It's Glade Apple Cozy Cider, and it's just gorgeous. It's so autumnal. It adds that kind of 3D sensory experience for autumn. I love it. And onto the bathroom, easily the smallest room in the house, to the point where the camera is actually outside the bathroom at the moment. You would think it would be much quicker and easier to clean and easy to keep clean as well. But I don't know if you guys find this, but I do struggle to keep my bathroom at the kind of level of cleanliness that I like. Obviously you've got your basic, everything is scrubbed and hygienic and lovely, but when you're like, I want it sparkling, I want it to look like one of the bathrooms out of those adverts, like the Victoria Plum ones or the Cillit Bang adverts. And yeah, that's always just a little bit out of my reach. I'd love to know, how do you guys deep clean your baths? What do you do? Have you got particular sponges, particular products? Because I feel like I'm on my knees scrubbing my bath all the time and it's never quite as white as I want it to be. Same with the tiles. I am thinking of borrowing my sister-in-law's tile steam cleaning thingy-majig that she's been talking about endlessly. I say that I sound very bitter, and it is because I am bitter and very jealous. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys find works? How do you keep your bathroom sparkling? The one good thing about living in a bungalow and having a tiny bathroom is I can actually use these handheld shower heads to wash the sink because they're so close to each other. And I have to admit, I do love that feature because it does make my life a little bit easier. So right now I'm deep cleaning our towel rail. I find this gets a lot of watermarks on it because of slightly wet towels being put on it, I suppose. But I kind of veer. Sometimes I use glass cleaner to clean it to sort of try and get a lot of those marks off and give it a really nice sheen. And other times I will just use normal cleaner on it. But again, if anyone's got anything similar going on, I'd be very interested to hear what works for you. So I know a lot of people tend to use throwaway wipes when they clean the toilet, which I absolutely get because it's super convenient. So yeah, 100% behind that. I tend to use a rag and antibacterial spray, and then obviously put the rag straight in the wash. But mostly because it's sort of cost effective, but also because that's just, my nan's the one who taught me how to clean a house, and that was how she did it. She's of that generation. So yeah, I tend to use a rag, and then I'll go over the little bits with tissue paper. Which goes obviously straight in the bowl afterwards, just to take away any residue, but it's just kind of what works for me. As previously mentioned, tiny bathroom leaves very little space for filming and cleaning at the same time. I have to physically get into my bath to clean it. I think a lot of people probably do, to be fair, to get to the old walls and tiles, but I'm just using kind of a scoury sponge and Dettol bathroom cleaner, which I haven't tried before, but I'm hoping that it's going to give me that sheen that I was talking about earlier on. Just, giving everything a really, really good scrub down before I rinse it with the handheld shower head. It's just me, but I do tend to go a little bit more crazy when I have family members coming to stay, especially like my dad or people from the generation above me, because I don't know, I guess I have it in my head that, he'll come and he'll use the bathroom and he'll see that the shower screen has got no streaks, and he'll be like, that's my girl, I raised her well. As if he's going to be so proud of me. Literally, this whole kitchen remodel that we're doing, I was like, Dad, what do you think of the kitchen? It's totally different, right? And legit, he was like, oh, what have you done to it? It's a completely different colour. So, it's obviously just something that I do for me. But let me know in the comments if anyone else out there is the same. Like, the house has got to be perfect when especially when older family members come to stay, or else. Okay, so we are now day 2 of the great Halloween party weekend. Dad is due in a couple of hours, so my job list today is, what am I going to do? Today is mostly about Levi's room. I've got some new bedding. I have been desperate to get new bedding for the spare bed, because Levi's got a bed with the trundle underneath it which pulls up, so if he's got sleepovers and stuff. But what we tend to do is we pull the trundle out when Dad comes to stay, and we put that up in here, so Levi sleeps in this room with us, and my dad has what is Levi's bed. So what I've done is I've put Levi's Halloween bedding onto the trundle, and the bedding that we had on the actual trundle bed was just horrific. It was just really old and desperately in change. I found this really gorgeous autumn bedding in Asda. It was marked at £13. It ended up being £3. So when I knew that, I wish I'd known that, because I would have bought like 5 of them. Well, what would you have used 5 of them for? It's a totally fair question. I don't know. But it's £3. So yeah, I've got this that's going on there in just a minute, and then just going to deep clean the whole bedroom. Unfortunately, because of all the decorations, there's nothing I can do to make it look neat, because it's a child's room at the end of the day, so that's fine, but I'm just going to make sure it's all clean and smells really nice. So that's mostly it. And then I've got a couple of little things I've got to do. Get the little sound speaker thing that we have and just make sure that I know how that works, because that's new. I don't want to get there and be like, oh, it was battery powered. I have no batteries. So yeah, I'm going to have to play around with that, and then just a couple of other little bits, so stick around. So job number 1 is to fix this spider. His face has started kind of melting off, so I'm just using some double-sided tape to reattach that. And the body as well, is where it's sort of folded paper, it started to unfold and go back into the way it was. Also got to fix this spider leg that got broken, I think by one of his cousins playing around. It probably is a bit too long actually. How can I shorten that? Yes, I'll just attach it slightly more in the middle. There we go, higher up. What do I do with this bit? I'll break it. Shh, don't tell. Great mumming. Okay, and time to put the bedding on. Yay, new bedding. I bought a white bed sheet and a white under pillowcase just to kind of round it all off. I I actually am genuinely excited to get this new bedding up. Why is there an umbrella in here? Mostly because I don't know if you can see, but you can actually see a little bit of the trundle underneath Levi's bed even when it's not tucked in. And it was actually David's idea to start buying bedding that matched the seasonal bedding that I have on top of the bed just to make it more cohesive. And I've got to tell you guys, I don't know if I've ever been more attracted to that man than I was during that conversation. So, it's the little things that keep a marriage going. I'd like to settle an argument here actually, just while I've got people's attention. Do you put your pillow on top of the duvet or underneath the duvet? I like to have one underneath and one on top, but David's very much no, they both have to be underneath it. But I'm like, no, you can see the layers and things. I don't know, that's just me, but yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you do pillow on top or pillow underneath? If I was watching this as an outsider at this point, I'd probably be screaming at myself. Why have you just made the bed and now you're clambering all over it to do the windowsill? And yes, even as I was doing it, I was having the same thoughts, but I realised I was so excited to make the bed, I'd forgotten to do the windowsill beforehand. So needs must, and beds can be remade. So this is the speaker that we got. Okay, so Anker. Yep, it's an Amazon buy. I'll have to double check with David how much it cost, and I'll leave a link down below. But to be fair, I got it out of the box and it is not big. It's literally this little thing, but it packs a punch, to be fair, and it's so easy. You've got it's got the charging wire still in it for this sake. Come here. So it comes with this charging wire, which you can then attach USB-ly to your plugs, and it doesn't come with a plug. Okay. So yeah, it's got this rubbery kind of bit here to stop it from moving around, which is good because it vibrates a lot because it's quite loud. So literally turn it on here, little on button there, and then it's got a little M button. You press mode twice to get to Bluetooth mode. Find it on your phone in settings, and that's it. You're good to go. Anything you put on your phone will come through the speaker, and it's really loud. And on to Levi's bedroom bookshelf, which you would think would be a really easy thing to do because it's a lot of flat surfaces, but it's not. This bookshelf is so annoyingly complicated because you've got the top layer, which obviously can't house any books, so as I've said before, we just put Levi's little treasures on there. But the second shelf is obviously very thin, so we've got a few very tiny board books that can sit upright in there, but otherwise we just use that for the books that are too long to go on the other two shelves. However, there is a chunk of metal in that second shelf. I think it might have been in case you wanted to put a drawer in there, which we didn't. And basically all it does is either stop me from pushing books all the way to the back or wreck books when I try to push them to the back. So yeah, there's a very, very careful system in place here where I've got long, thin books on that second shelf, more slightly less long, still thin books on the third shelf, and short board books on the bottom shelf. So this is carefully coded as a library. Basically, I'm basically a librarian. You have to go to you have to do a master's to be a librarian. I could do it absolutely just based on this one shelf. And as a last finishing touch, I like to leave a towel on my guest bed. I say guest bed, really actually the only guest who does come to stay with me is my dad, but you know, it just makes it feel a little bit more hotelish. And also then people don't have to be like, oh, is it okay if I use this towel? It's like, no, use this towel, it's on your bed. It's your towel for the whole weekend. All yours for free. Okay, right, everything is done. I don't think the house could be any cleaner. I mean, the bed could be now because I've just laid on it, but otherwise I don't think the house could be any cleaner for Grandad Goose coming. So yeah, thank you so much for cleaning with me. I hope you guys managed to get some stuff done and you're feeling as productive and exhausted as I am. I think now is a perfect time to go and put your feet up and get yourself a bucket of wine or whatever your choice of relaxation is. Now, thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, it'd be amazing if you would drop us a like and even subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time. Take care.